It's Tuesday, January 23rd. Welcome to the AI Factor. I'm Noah Wave, your guide on this exciting journey through today's news. In today's news roundup, President Biden acknowledges border insecurity, sparking debates on comprehensive immigration reform. The Supreme Court ruling on the removal of razor wire at the border adds to the controversy, with mixed reactions on its effectiveness. The U.S. Navy identifies missing SEALs, presumed deceased, in a mission targeting weapons for Houthi rebels. Meanwhile, the New Hampshire primary unfolds with surprises. Former President Trump leads among Republicans, and the absence of President Biden on the Democratic ballot adds to the drama. The Biden-Harris campaign intensifies efforts on abortion rights, hosting rallies, and launching a reproductive freedoms tour. Ready for a deep dive into the AI factor?
Do you think you can convince Bibi on a two-state solution?
What do you say to House Republicans who are trying to impeach Mayorkas, sir?
I don't get it.
Do you think it's unconstitutional?
Are you on the same page with
And do you
Minister
believe
Netanyahu?
that the border is secure, sir?
No, it's not. I haven't believed it for the last 10 years. But I've said it for the last 10 years.
Do you believe your
Give me the money.
Do you believe your policies have enabled any of this crisis in the border?
No, I've asked for thousands more of everything from judges to
Do you think you can convince?
President Biden has admitted that the border is not secure. This statement comes after months of debate and controversy surrounding the issue. In his statement, Biden cited the need for comprehensive immigration reform and increased resources to address the situation. He also emphasized the importance of working with other countries in the region to address the root causes of migration. This announcement has sparked both praise and criticism from various political groups. According to the Department of Homeland Security, there has been 8.5 million encounters nationwide since Biden became president. The DHS also highlights the challenges faced by border security officials in managing the influx of migrants. Biden's admission of the border's insecurity has brought renewed attention to the need for a comprehensive solution to the issue. Critics of Biden's administration have pointed out that the border has been insecure for years and that the current administration has not done enough to address the issue. Some have called for stricter border policies, while others have advocated for more comprehensive immigration reform. The White House has responded to these criticisms by stating that it is working on a plan to address the border situation and that it is committed to finding a long-term solution to the issue. Biden's admission of the border's insecurity has brought renewed attention to the issue of border security and immigration. Senator John Fetterman recently made headlines with his comments on the border crisis. Listen to what he said in an interview with Jake Tapper.
I think two things can be true at the same time. You can be very supportive of immigration, but we also need to have a secure border. And I think about immigration as we want to provide the American dream for any migrant. But it seems very difficult when you have 300,000 people showing up encountered at our border to do that.
It is worth noting that Senator Fetterman's health is improving from the stroke he had back in May 2022, and we wish him well and a full recovery. The Supreme Court's recent ruling on the border fence razor wire installation has sparked a lot of discussion and debate. The situation began when Texas decided to install razor wire along the border to deter migrants from crossing. This action was taken in response to the ongoing crisis at the border, which has seen a significant increase in the number of migrants attempting to enter the United States. The Biden administration, however, was not in favor of this move and sought to have the razor wire removed. The administration argued that the razor wire was not only ineffective, but also posed a danger to both migrants and Border Patrol agents. The Supreme Court's recent ruling has allowed the Biden administration to move forward with the removal of the razor wire, at least while the litigation is ongoing. The decision has been met with mixed reactions. Supporters of the Biden administration's stance argue that the razor wire was a cruel and inhumane measure that did little to address the root causes of migration. On the other hand, critics of the decision believe that the razor wire was an important deterrent and that its removal could lead to an increase in illegal border crossings. As the situation continues to unfold, it remains to be seen what the long-term impact of the Supreme Court's decision will be. For now, the Biden administration is moving forward with the removal of the razor wire. But the case is still ongoing and could potentially be overturned in the future. The U.S. Navy has identified 2 SEALs who went missing during a mission to seize weapons being transported to the Houthi rebels in Yemen. The Navy has also announced the death of a sailor who was involved in the operation. The 2 missing SEALs have been identified as Navy Special Warfare Operator, First Class Christopher J. Chambers, and Navy Special Warfare Operator, Second Class Nathan Gage Ingram. The Navy has declared them dead after an exhaustive 10-day search and rescue operation. During the nighttime mission, one of the SEALs fell into the water due to high waves, and the other jumped in after him according to protocol. The Navy has ended its search and rescue mission, and the 2 SEALs are now presumed deceased. In addition to the missing SEALs, the Navy announced the death of a sailor who was also involved in the operation. The sailor's name has not been released, and the cause of death has not been specified. These developments come as the U.S. military continues to conduct operations to intercept weapons being transported to the Houthi rebels in Yemen. The U.S. has been providing support to the Saudi-led coalition fighting the Houthis in Yemen's civil war. The New Hampshire primary is today, and it's shaping up to be a wild ride. With the absence of President Biden on the ballot, the race has become even more unpredictable. On the Republican side, former President Donald Trump seems to be leading the pack, but don't count out Nikki Haley just yet. She's been making waves with her recent criticism of Trump's mental stability. Ron DeSantis, on the other hand, has decided to bow out of the race and endorse Trump. Meanwhile, the Democrats are facing some internal drama as Biden's name won't appear on the ballot due to a dispute over the primary's date. However, there's a write-in campaign in support of the president, and some local politicians are encouraging voters to participate. As for the voting process, Dixville Notch continued its tradition of opening and closing its poll just after midnight ET on the morning of the state's primary, with Nikki Haley sweeping all 6 votes. In other news, a recent robocall scam has been making the rounds, with an AI voice that sounds like Biden telling voters to save their vote for the general election. The New Hampshire primary promises to be an exciting event, with plenty of twists and turns in store. Stay tuned for more updates as the race heats up. The Biden-Harris campaign has been making headlines recently as they ramp up their efforts for the 2024 election. With a focus on abortion rights and the impact of abortion bans, the campaign is set to hold a rally in Virginia today. The rally will feature President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, First Lady Jill Biden, and Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff. In addition to the Virginia rally, Vice President Harris kicked off her official Reproductive Freedoms Tour in Wisconsin on January 22nd, the anniversary of Roe v. Wade. The campaign is also launching a battleground paid media campaign and holding events across the country to highlight their commitment to protecting reproductive rights. The Biden-Harris campaign is also looking to shore up support among Black, Latino, women, and young voters as they head into the 2024 election. This includes visits to South Carolina, a state that has played a key role in Biden's previous campaign. As the campaign continues to take shape, it will be interesting to see how the Biden-Harris team balances their focus on abortion rights with other key issues such as the economy and foreign policy. As we conclude this edition of The AI Factor, we extend an invitation for you to join us in future engaging journeys through the news. If you found today's exploration compelling, ensure to follow us on your preferred podcast platform for upcoming episodes. Your thoughts, questions, and intriguing stories are welcomed at podcast@aifactor.news. Our commitment lies in presenting unbiased perspectives, steering clear of political sway. Our aim is to guide you directly to the facts. Stay curious, stay informed, and remain vigilant in the face of the ever-evolving news landscape. Until our next encounter, this is Noah Wave, signing off.